let me see. Okay, I'm live. I'm using a new platform, Restream, so I should be able to show up on both Facebook and YouTube. So happy Friday, everyone. I have a new camera setup. My camera's up here. My name is Tristan Goodwin, and for those on YouTube, my channel is Present Living Purpose, where we achieve our purpose through present living. And this video is about how to use your thoughts in a more focused way, a more focused sense, and what that really means. So, if you like to, please say hi, um, and let's get into it. So, with thinking, we think all the time. We think 4,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day. And there's no surefire way to like remember all the thoughts that you're thinking. So the better that our thought process is, the easier it is for us to see and perceive things on a much easier fashion. So when we think of things on a negative standpoint, it becomes very cyclical. It becomes almost like a pattern that happens where we kind of replay this story, whether it's an argument, whether it's like a unfortunate like circumstance that happened. It becomes like this sort of movie that plays in our mind over and over again. So we want to avoid that and instead create like a movie in which we're thinking of more positive, more stable thoughts. So thoughts, while very minuscule, are very important in aspect because thoughts can obviously lead to emotions. Like we can think of things that make us happy, we can think of things that make us angry, and those emotions then kind of channel throughout the body in unique ways. So like for some people who get angry, they get headaches or stomach aches or whatnot. So this idea of thinking is actually sort of connecting a bridge within yourself, being in communication with yourself, like enhancing the relationship within yourself. So with that in mind, the first step to this is a conscious effort of listening to your mind, seeing where your thoughts are coming through. So, of course, this awareness takes on number one priority. If you cannot pay attention to what you're thinking, you're just gonna like that monkey mind mentality like take over and sort of like take precedence over your mind. And we want to be in more control in the sense that we want to direct our mind on something more positive. So when you can take the time to breathe in and focus on what you're thinking, you can easily direct your thoughts. It's never about fighting. Like when we're in that negative plane, we shouldn't be angry at ourselves, saying like, why am I thinking this? Like, no, take a step back, breathe, relax, and redirect your thoughts to saying, I couldn't change this circumstance. I couldn't do anything about this argument. So I'm just going to take time with myself. I'm just going to be in ease with myself, whatever that would look like. So that would necessarily be the second step, like enacting this sort of change on a mental level where it's like, okay, I don't feel good about a certain aspect of myself. Like I have a fear, for example, of public speaking. Well, that thought process will continue to show up whenever you're in a position where you have to speak in front of people or in front of a crowd. Well, if we can redirect that and saying, public speaking is hard, but it's possible for me to do it. I'm going to try. I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to take my time with it. Like there is no rush. It's only one step at a time. And by changing that thought process won't lead to immediate results. But when you continue that cycle, you'll notice that something will change inside. There will be a further ease into it. There will be a much easier way of thinking about the topic. And this is when it shows up in our physical, actual human being life, where we are pushed to make the changes. We are pushed to follow the impulse that our new thinking gives us. So we can change our lives just by the way that we think about our lives. But we can't always force like immediate, big, large things to happen. We have to start somewhere, and it's starting small. Like, how at ease are you in your constant thinking currently? Well, maybe you have to readjust and learn how to observe your mind, not necessarily change it. So, of course, meditation, any sort of meditation works, whether it's artistic expression or just sitting down and relaxing inside, like within yourself. So, when you just take that time to observe, then you can make changes on a mental level, and then those will compel you to make changes in your actual life. So this is why having a focused mind is more powerful than just having random thoughts show up anytime, any day. So that's pretty much my video. If you watched to the end, then I'm going to assume that you found it to be useful. So if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, well, thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you guys. I am hoping to do live videos indefinitely for Friday at 1 o'clock p.m. So check me out, and I will see you guys.